bro. I'm inside her hotel room, bro. I'm inside my hotel room. I booked the whole room, booked the flight, booked everything, bro. I get inside the city, bro. This dumb, bro. She not even responding, bro. I've been here for 2 days, bro. I booked this hotel for a whole week, bro. I spent money, a flight, everything, bro. She ain't even responding, bro. It got to the point I'm sleeping on 2 beds trying to make me feel better and shit like that, bro. And I just don't get the point, bro. It's like, bro, it's pointless, bro. Why was the point of you making me even come this far, bro? It wasn't even for the, like, if you was going to be on games, I could have stayed inside Miami, bro. You got me waiting inside California for no reason, bro. For no reason at all, you feel me? Like, what was the point of you even acting like you was for to respond, bro? We made these plans. I get inside town, you just fully ghost me, bro. What's the point of that shit, bro? I'm done crying, bro, and I'm done doing this with females, bro. This is why I say meeting girls in Miami for spring break is out the equation, bro. Like, I could have been on my lonely, bro. You came inside my life. You ain't have to me, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Like, I'm tired. I've been crying for 2 days, bro, and I'm tired of this shit. It's just sad, bro. I'm sleeping on 2 beds like I got a bunk bed or something, bro. What was the point of you even responding?
Let me just say something, just for all the younger dudes watching and listening right now. No, rule number 1, you never in your life fly out to go meet up with a girl in another city. That's a no, that is a hell no.
If you had ever seen her.
Nigga, I don't even know if you seen her. I think it depends. Maybe the first link
to me. If we met outside of, like, say if you was here and I met you and you're like, oh, okay, I live in such and such.
I think it depends on the girl and how she moving, how she giving it up. Like, if he talking about meeting her at spring break and you on some, like,
yeah, that's kind of,
and it may depends on the age group too, to be honest, because it's like it probably depends on how old she is if I would do it. And the reason why I say that, because if it's like, if you one of them young girls and you really just out and about heavy, crazy on social media, I don't necessarily know if I could do it, dog. I'm not going to hold you. I don't necessarily know if I would do it because it's just like, it's too tricky, dog. It's too easy for you to get set up. And if you sitting here spending that type of bread, so that means 9 times out of 10, you on your super flashy man shit, you go to somebody else's city and get robbed. And then what you going to do?
Nigga,
nothing. You book, so if you sit here saying you talking about, so that's what you can't do. If you from Miami and you travel all the way to Cali to meet a girl, and I told y'all this before, women, my experience with women from all the way from Sacramento on down, wherever the bottom of California is, if Sacramento to LA, I don't want no type of, y'all are some of the weirdest people on planet Earth. I'm absolutely cool. But what I'm telling you is, that mean you had to fly. So guess what that means? You ain't got no strap on you, no nothing. So you literally just going out of town, bare ass, to go meet up with a junk. Ain't no way in hell I'm doing that. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. You got to come to me. All my out of town link ups, you got to come here. I'm not no way in hell because it's just for my safety purposes. I'm just not doing it, dog. Now maybe if she a little bit older, she got some kids or something, her kids about to go away for the weekend. Maybe. Like, it just really, but it cannot. He sounds super young because every word he's saying, bruh, and this and the third. So 9 times out of 10, you in your 20s, it's no way in hell I'm doing that. We can meet in a mutual city, but I'm not coming to yours. And then I got to come to yours and stay in a hotel. That should have been a red flag off the rip.
Yeah.
Because that don't even mean no guarantee that she gonna be laying out with you. So you flying out of town to even spend more money, bro. You just literally got trick written all over your head. You should just save yourself that favor just for your safety purposes.
She ain't pick you up from the airport. She should have picked you up from the airport. That right there. She ain't pick you up for the airport. Meet you at the airport. That right there is a big no. And I would have just, and for the simple fact you said you stayed there for a week. And another week on top of it. If I was sitting here texting her, I landed, boom, boom, boom. All right, I'll be on my way. Oh, I can't wait to see you. You ain't had no communication with her since you landed. You went to your hotel. So I wouldn't even went in the hotel. I would have canceled that shit.
And just would have flew right back?
I don't know if I would have flew, because you in Cali. So I wouldn't have flew back. I probably would have found something else to do. I wasn't sitting in the hotel.
And be crying for no week and making no goddamn video.
No, hell no. And dog, I can tell you one thing. If I'm in a hotel that long, nigga, and you ain't answering me, oh, all right, cool. On to the next.
I listen to what I'm saying. I never been on Tinder, but from the way I heard how Tinder works, it's no way in here. If I'd have been there, if I got a hotel for a week, I'm jumping on Tinder.
Anything.
I ain't gonna say anything, because if you're not super lit, you can't sit here and say I'm gonna just jump on the gram and baby to get it shaking. But if you super popular, like if you was already like kind of like semi-famous or something, yeah, maybe you could shoot out a joint on social media.
But I feel like you have a type though. So I mean, you know what you can do and what you can't say. You got a type. So obviously if you got the money to spend, you're gonna sit and talk.
Yeah, but what I'm gonna talk how though? I can't just be like, I can't see myself just randomly, hey, I'm in your city, like a random girl. It depends.
No, it's easy for a female to say, hey, I'm in your city, and a nigga come link.
Yeah, of course.
But that's okay if she working or what? Where you at tonight? What you doing tonight? Let's go, have drinks.
Yeah, he just went out like cake and ice cream.
No, he definitely did. And saying something, I'm crying, I'm sleeping on 2 beds, nigga.
Yeah, I'm stupid. I can't believe
cancel that shit.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy? I can't believe I forgot to play this clip when we was talking about Young Thug real quick because this one is crazy.
And don't make me break down crying here, bro. I'm not trying to, but like this why I asked you last night, like, like stay with you. I just stay with you. My God, I haven't touched you or nothing, and I just love you. Like we haven't had. And they told us this shit happened 3-4 months ago, bro. Exactly, and then you just went to court. That's what I don't understand. Why didn't they lock you up then? Well, they want me to tell, bro. Like, so I don't know what you got going on because you ain't told me nothing. Like, but I can't talk to you on the phone like that. Like, seriously, like, for real? Oh, what the fuck did I do to God? So whoever, bro, come on, man. Bro, now I'm about to have my son, and I'm not even gonna see him get born. Like, come on, bro, this shit hurt me so bad. Like, I've been throwing up this whole time was for nothing. Like I just thought my child ever. I loved you, and then I just throw it out away for no reason, and I'm sorry.
Hey, dog.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
You ever cried? Like to get somebody back? Or fake cry?
Nigga, this whole time, this ain't no fake cry. Nigga, he in jail.
No, I know he in jail, but I'm just saying, like, but that's what he sound like. He's fake crying. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, that don't sound like a real, you know what I'm saying? Like, he sound like,
nigga, you got to go look at his face. This nigga's embarrassed.
I'm pretty sure because he's in jail, but that sound like one of those, I'm using my fake, damn, baby, don't leave me. Like,
nah, nigga, that ain't what that sound like. That sound like a nigga who ain't trying to do jail for the rest of his life. And he real live really debating on if he want to snitch or not. And if you look at everybody else is on trial with him, look at all their faces when they listening to that call, they looking at him like this nigga ready to snitch. Like Young Thug face look disgusted at this nigga. The other 2 dudes is in there with them. They look and he the co-founder. So like literally, he probably got the most information. If he want to sit here and snitch on Thug, he can. He the co-founder of YSL.
So if you that young lady, you ignoring him after that? Because now you feel like, damn, now they gonna come after me.
Nigga, she said it on the phone call. She's like, nigga, what you talking about? What's going on? You never told me none of this stuff. I'm lost. Like, what's going on? You heard her.
So even if he didn't, like, you stop talking to him after that? Because now I feel like you put me in a situation.
I mean, I don't know if you stopped talking to him, but I wouldn't kind of like, nigga, it's going to be Rap City in the basement for you unless you tell. But any of them niggas who left on this YSL trail, you took it to trial, nigga, ain't no, like, you got to take it to the door now. It ain't no turning around. Like it's either you.
But with him saying if he do sing, that gonna take.
He can't. Down. It's too late now. It's too late. If you take it to trial, you can't sit here and be like, I want to wait. I want to tell now. No, you gotta keep it. It's going. Like we here. What you talking about? Ain't nah, nigga. It's one way in, one way out. It's over for you now, buddy.
As people mistake like hobbies like for jobs, like people think, oh, I'm good at this, let me like make a job at it. That's why we got mad bitches who charge $800 to do some box braids. Yeah, you don't want to do hair, you just know how to. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like not everything that you interested in needs to become a job. You don't need to be CEO. How you do hair and be mad when I got some? You charging me to wash and trim and blow dry and all this extra shit. You just don't want to do hair. And I'll smack all these like they're crazy. Sweet. Bro, I don't believe in booking sites. What? You crazy, especially if you're not licensed. Call the Better Business Bureau on you so fast. What you call it, BBB? What? You crazy. Charging me how much for some braids? I'll smack you. Right. I don't believe in them booking sites. I go straight to the aunties on Fulton.
I don't have no real opinion on it. I just wanted to play the clip. Shout out to Maya the Don. I think we talked about her a couple of weeks ago on here when she was performing at Rolling Loud, and people was kind of giving her a hard time because she was a bigger girl and her performance is kind of like she was struggling a little bit with her performance. And of course, she is popular for that song that was huge on TikTok called Telfie. Basically, it was a Telfie song. So again, shout out to Maya the Don. I do want to kind of get into some serious news because I feel like we kind of like. Oh, before we get to some serious news, I do want to play this clip of Charles Barkley, and he said he had to apologize too.
Ooh. This was fun. No beehive.
Oil rigs come. Yeah, we had some fun with that, and you know, and you know, who latched onto the conversation? Who was that? Beyonce's mom.
Beyonce's mom.
Yes. Chuck, we don't play about Galveston, Texas. Our water might not be blue, but it's still the beach and we love it.
Oh,
Jay.
Disappointing New Orleans. Where they going, Chuck? Galveston. That dirty ass water. We're not even gonna sit into Cancun. We're gonna sit into Galveston with that dirty ass water be washed up on the shore. You people think they're in the beach. Y'all located. We y'all gonna send y'all to Cancun. Y'all drive y'all quit. Drive your ass down to Galveston. Come on, man.
So the funniest thing is, realistically, I'm sure for 90% of the people listening, no, nigga, fuck great marketing. For 90% of the people who are listening right now, we don't know where Galveston, Texas is, or even know what the hell Charles Barkley was. It sounds like, you know how sometimes Shannon and them be having them old man jokes and just be saying random shit. That joke, when Charles Barkley said Galveston, Texas, that shit just sound like some random old man shit, some old country shit that nobody else knew nothing about.
The funny thing is, I saw her tweet before I even saw the video, and I'm like, "Dog, Chuck, no." I guess it's San Antonio. That's the only person I ever heard him go about hard on somebody in Texas. He be disrespectful.
Yeah, he definitely
about
be in Texas.
San Antonio, the women, and all that. So I'm just like, huh? And then when I look, I'm like, oh shit, like, the fuck is that? And then when I seen the clip, and that's my oh damn shit. Oh, he did say it.
Yeah, that one again. That shout out to. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is realistically one of those shows, and even of course because y'all know I'm a Lakers fan. So staying up late in them games, them 10 o'clock games, they be going off at 1 o'clock. It still be like I got 30 minutes for Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny to sit here and let me just watch a couple minutes and get because it's just like it ain't necessarily about the takes. It's just the conversation around the takes,
right. And they the longest.
And that's
up and running.
And that is the, I guess, the space that you kind of got to get into. And then shout outs to them. Shout outs to inside the NBA. Matter of fact, while we talking about inside the NBA, shout outs to Candace Parker. Because Candace Parker does do inside the NBA with Shaq on what is this show? There's Thursday. Oh, they got two, huh?
They got Tuesday.
Oh yeah, Tuesdays on TNT. So it's her, Shaq, and they've been rotating. I guess Jamal Crawford now, yeah. But at one point in time, it was her, Shaq and D Wade, right?
Yeah, but D Wade can't do it. I told you.
Because you can't do it. Oh, so Shaq don't got no more pots in Sacramento?
I don't think his is
or he don't have a large enough stock. What is it?
Yeah, it's something like I don't because I think with his I don't think it affects.
That's because Grant Hill would do commenting. He had part of Atlanta.
But I'm saying on the TV. I don't think you can be on the TV thing because, like I said, even Magic stepped off when he used to do the ESPN thing. I think that would. Because I remember he said something one time, and I think that's what they, for you still got to commentate. I think with Grant Hill, because he commentating the game, he ain't gonna say like, "Oh, I wish we traded," or "Wish he was in Atlanta." He's just calling the games. So sitting up on the booth, and you saying, "Oh, I would like him in this trade," or "I would like him at this team." It'd be considered tampering.
Yeah, tampering. Oh, okay, I get it. But yeah, again, a real reason why we brought the topic. Again, shout outs to Candace Parker. Candace Parker, and of course we did talk about Candace last week because we was talking about women in the WNBA who did have their own signature shoe, and Candace does. Candace got endless commercials. She got commercials, CarMax commercials with Steph Curry. She got Muscle Milk commercials. Candace Parker got a lot of commercials. Candace Parker is a household name. And then again, when we talked about popularity and we talked about marketing, Candace Parker, you don't understand. Candace Parker may be one of the only women who came out and said she was gay and broke endless hearts in America. Because niggas was like Candace, like I said, at one point in time, she was.
Her baby daddy is a basketball player.
Yeah, he was a basketball player, and that's so I didn't know her child's father to her oldest kid, she was with a man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that
from North Carolina, Jade. It was the center. He played in the NBA. He ain't do too much. It was that year that NC. I think North Carolina, they had that stacked team.
I can't remember. It don't matter.
He is somebody in North Carolina. He was somebody.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, of course, he's not the main character of the story anyway, so it ain't that deep. But just realistically, I know for a fact when she started to post that with her and her wife, she kind of like fucked the internet up. Niggas was kind of like, damn, Candace, like niggas was kind of heartbroken because, of course, and I think that we even talk about it all the time when we talk about posting your significant other and certain things, because sometimes that allure of people just lusting over you and thinking that you are single, it kind of always play in your favor. So it's kind of like especially when you are a celebrity or you are somebody who move the needle on social media, like you got to be like you should hold your relationship close to the vest until you kind of really know like this is something serious, because I ain't about to water my brand down and people feel like they can't lust over me no more or lead a hot eye on pictures or whatever because they trying to respect your relationship. So that is kind of one of those things. But again, like I said, Candace Parker is one of those people who has a huge personality, because you got to think about Shaq play a lot, and I feel like especially for a woman to be able to swim in that space, because I watch other women. nigga, she do more than well. She does amazing because I'm not gonna lie to you. I even kind of like that because even when I see like for Gilbert Arenas, because when he had Lexi Brown on there, if people don't know who Lexi Brown is, she played for the LA Sparks, and she is the daughter of D Brown, who did of course the legendary for the Boston Celtics in the dunk contest when he covered his eyes.
The pump.
Yeah, matter of fact, I had the Reeboks with the pumps on them. Yeah, he legendary for that. So she be on the show, and of course, realistically, she is the one who fits in the best, but she's still more of like the pretty girl who can play basketball, and she could talk.
That's the one he just bought on this year, right?
Yeah, he just bought her on this year. So, but she, like I said, she cool. But when I'm not knocking her, but I'm just comparing her to like Candace Parker. Like where Candace Parker has such a big personality, she kind of still dominates the room full of men. Where Lexi Brown is kind of like. I'm like a real shooter. I'm just gonna fit in on my spots when I'm open and you give me the ball, I'm gonna score. I'm not dominating the conversation where Candace Parker dominates that. Or on Tuesdays, it's realistically as Candace Parker and them niggas is playing like if we talking about this was the Jackson 5, Candace Parker is Michael Jackson and fucking Shaq and them niggas is Tito and Jermaine. And that's just how big her personality is. And you got to think about how you got.
I feel like I think with her because she can talk. I can talk college, I can talk women's, and I can talk NBA. I think that a lot of the other women right now is just, I'm only talking to the women's sports. And I think that's where you kind of respect her more. And that's probably why she gets that grace or even get that more praise because she can talk more than just women basketball. And you can't because she played it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she's played women's basketball, of course. And she's one of the first women to even dunk in the games.
No, she wasn't the first.
No, I'm talking about like dunk consistently.
Yeah, I mean, she was the first one to win, I think, the dunk contest.
Yeah, she won the McDonald's. She won in the All-American McDonald's. She won the dunk contest as a woman, like competing against men. She won the dunk contest. But I'm talking about even in games, like that was one of her signature things that was kind of helping her make her name for herself. That she was dunking in the games. And I think, that still ain't even a thing, right? Yeah, Lisa Leslie, of course, probably was the first person, but still, we talking about them kind of like Lisa Leslie's. She don't got as many clips as Candace Parker got actually dunking in the games. So again, like I said, for Candace, shout out to Candace Parker. What she won 3 NBA championships with 3 WNBA championships with 3 different teams. She was the rookie of the year and an MVP the same year. She won I think she must have, I didn't, of course, because I'm not about to make it like I've been following women's basketball my entire life, but she must have had a fallout with Team USA because I seen somebody like one of the women that I follow who really be heavy into women's basketball, and they were saying that the Team USA need to apologize to her for something. So I don't know what the backstory was or what happened, or maybe she missed the team or something. I don't know what happened, but I guess they must have had some little situation. But like I said, I think she won 2 gold Olympics, 2 MVPs, rookie of the year, and won the 3 finals with 3 different teams. She won with the Sparks, she won with the Sky, and she won with the Aces last year. So, like I said, again, shout out to Candace Parker. I mean, of course, like you still gonna see her every week on the NBA, of course, on Tuesdays when they come back next season.
That you are going to actually give back the publishing rights to a bunch of artists on your label, which is incredible.
When TMZ ran the headline, and I have a screenshot of it because I do want to call you out. I received the publishing deal. I know what it says. I know how much money it was giving me. I'll tell you, $330. $300.30 for a full release of all claims against Diddy and many other players.
At this point in time, what do you think his motivation was there?
I think you would probably be making moves to keep as many people quiet as possible.
So for people who don't know what that is or the clip that I'm playing, TMZ is about to put out I want to say, is it a docu-series? It's called The Rise and Fall of it's called The Rise and Fall of P. Diddy. Yeah, matter of fact, TMZ presents The Downfall of Diddy, and they posted out a teaser, and it's going to be a Tubi original. So again, shout out to TMZ for getting that bag. And then I do appreciate, and I'm not going to say I appreciate it, but you have to respect how white media isn't as soft and tender with Diddy like black media spaces are. Because a lot of black people still probably not trying to fully burn that bridge down, and they kind of talk about Diddy. They still they handle the conversation around Diddy with kid gloves. And the reason why I say that, and don't get it twisted, Diddy still got fans. Like I said, it was a lot of people from New York in my comment section when with Gucci put out the song called Take That, and he had he had a bunch of lines in there, something, no Diddy. I'm not gonna lie, Quilly, I feel for you, my brother, because you made it a hot line, a new slogan in the hood. But Gucci did what Gucci was supposed to. Gucci ain't had a song this hard in a long time. And I seen people get in my comment section, oh, this is corny. Man, shut dog. You're a Diddy fan. It's cool. And I don't be mad at people. I'm not even gonna argue with you. I just, when you say it's corny, you just let me know you a Diddy fan. Cause dog, Gucci did the smartest thing in the world. I'm gonna make this super catchy, and why it's hot, because people gonna play it, and I pick the right beat and the song slap and it's catchy as hell, and people gonna say no Diddy. You started to see people say it on ESPN or whatever the case may be. It's here now. And those people, and that's where you kind of see.
Was he able to get a trademark?
Who?
The dude from Philly.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure he got, and she had to be able to. I'm sure he did, because nobody was saying it before him. So if he hurry up and hopped on it early, I can't see no reason why he wouldn't have. Let's go.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, if they could come. Oh my God, dog. They make it come. I ain't getting too hyped. That's the only thing about the Lakers right now. You can't even get hyped because, they blew a 20-point lead the other night. So it's like you got to
every night except for
the
last one. That's the only one they led though.
Yeah, the whole entire game. But the rest of them, they had double-digit leads. So it's like you can't legitimately can't get hype until the game is absolutely over. So you kind of got to just watch it and be in silence. I'm not going to lie to you. My favorite thing to do is watch Lakers games and tweet on Twitter, like in live time while the game's on, because dog, that Lakers community is just different. Like, and I because you tweet during a lot of different games, especially games that I was betting on, like I bet on the Mavs game, and I do real quick. And of course, I don't want. We can get back into some other topics and some other stuff that's going around. But I do want to give Kyrie Irving and James Harden a shout out and giving them some credit, because they had an amazing fourth quarter shootout yesterday in that game. What was that? That was game 4, Mavericks versus the Clippers. That series is now tied 2-2. But everybody, of course, the year before last or last year, Kyrie caught a bad break because him sharing that Amazon link, and they suspended him, and they basically chased him out of New York when he was playing for the Brooklyn Nets. And he hasn't, and realistically, Nike dropped him. He didn't got a raw deal. A lot of people saying he got left off the USA team because the U.S. basketball team, Olympics, is sponsored by Nike. And most of the players outside of Anthony Edwards are all Nike athletes is on that U.S. team. And Steph Curry. So, of course, they try to not make it but so obvious, but people was like, that's why Kyrie didn't. But Kyrie balled out yesterday. And even Luka came out and said, he wanted to be like, I want to publicly apologize to Kyrie because I feel like I'm not giving him, I'm not bringing him like I should be, because he literally giving it his all. Kyrie dropped 40 last night. I'm talking in the fourth quarter. Like, if you literally would have caught that game, literally just at the last 5 minutes, it's literally Kyrie Irving and James Harden going back and forth, bucket for bucket. Now, of course, we do live in a day and age in the NBA. If you watch all of those games, like if you watch even the Suns the Suns and the Timberwolves game, there ain't no defense really been playing. And that to me is the sad thing, because it's like, Devin Booker had damn near 50. He had 49 points, and they lost. Think about it for most of y'all of you listening to me, and if you over the age of, if you over 30, dog, you know for a fact back in the day, if somebody scored 50, there's no way in hell you losing. But because nobody don't play defense, imagine damn near dropping 50 and you still take a L, dog. And that's just, and that's that grown man strength, that Anthony Edwards shit, bro. That young nigga versus the old is different, dog. It's really looking like a young man's game right now, because yesterday he made them niggas just look old and soft. Him posting up Kevin Durant trying to post up Anthony Edwards, and Anthony Edwards ain't moving nowhere. That nigga like a brick wall. He put his elbow in KD back and like, nigga, I'm not going nowhere. So you might as well do a spin move or something, because nigga, you ain't getting around me. And that was just like, damn, dog. But I'm just looking at it like, dog, look how high the score is. And I literally told myself, I was like, one thing I said I didn't want to bet on too many of the games, because like if you don't catch them games like the very first game of a round and pick who you're gonna bet with, you can't really catch it in the middle, because you 9 times out of 10 you could be wrong. Now I got lucky with the Clippers because I caught it in the right zone. I'm like, all right, Kawhi not playing. I feel like James Harden and Paul George got some sense of ego and pride. And I thought the same way about the Suns. So I went with all the teams. It was like the underdogs that day, besides the Pacers. Besides the Bucks, I wasn't doing that one, because you ain't had no Dame or you ain't had no Kawhi. There was no way in hell I was doing that. But just still betting, and I'm just like, damn, all right, cool. I won with the Clippers, and I'm thinking like the Suns gonna have some time. And don't get it wrong, for most of the game, the Suns was leading, but it never looked like they was gonna win that game. Bradley Beal completely wet the bed, dog. I swear to God, I was tweeting. I'm like, dog, this nigga is throwing the game. He literally had 2 turnovers back to back in the fourth quarter, and this nigga ended up fouling out. He caught an attitude with Frank Vogel. I'm like, nigga, how you got an attitude with him? You got 9 points, dog. You literally, what was his nigga? I screenshotted this shit. What was his shooting percentage? This nigga shot endless shot. Nigga, that shit was horrible.
And he had that comment before that. Oh,
I never been sweat. This nigga was 4 from 13 from the 3-point line. This nigga played like complete dog shit. I'm like, dog, there's no way in hell y'all not telling me this nigga not throwing the game. Like, dog, I swear to God, I was so pissed with Bradley Beal. But again, like I said, I wasn't meant to sit here and take it right there. But I just had to get that off my chest because we was here.
though I did not agree with Kevin Samuels, I still respected him as a black man. And I thought it was very disingenuous to see so many women and men mock his death, make fun of him in his death. And to me, the reason that was so hypocritical, Kevin Samuels wasn't around long enough to do the damage that gangster rap has done. But you have yet to repudiate a single gangster rapper. Kevin Samuels was not around long enough to do what the reality shows have done. But you haven't repudiated a single reality show. One of the issues I have with us is this selective morality that we practice. If you do something wrong, I'm going to condemn you and I'm going to judge you like God himself. But if you do it, I'm going to pardon it because I like who you are and what you're doing. You know selective morality is hypocrisy, and there's too much of it in the black community.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, sometimes when a nigga shooting and he's shooting lights out, you just got to give him his credit. Shout out to Dr. Umar, because that is facts. And I do feel like a lot of people have selective outrage. People do pick and choose, where it's like, I'm okay with supporting this person for having the same type of takes, or still like even that Kevin Samuels, him comparing like Kevin Samuels to like Love and Hip Hop or whatever any of those shows is, though, that was like because people do blame it. Like we all sit here and get mad. Like anytime you see a relationship topic come up on social media, the first thing you'll see people saying, "Oh, why are we still having these conversations?" But then it be kind of like the same reason why you still watching these goddamn reality shows. Because it's the same shit. Ain't nothing changed. The characters may change, but it's still the same stuff. It don't matter if it's a Housewives of this, or if it's Love and Hip Hop this city, or is that. It's literally the same stuff. Like that same negative energy, that same negativity towards relationships, it's the same thing as like, and I do feel like a lot of times people do kind of like, you want to discourage certain people from even just talking about certain things or even coming up with content. Even when I hear like bigger podcasts tell podcasters, oh, it's not no money in this space no more, it's not this and the third. I feel like sometimes it just be people trying to discourage you. Like if it's one person, if I can just sit here and put some doubt or some discouragement in your brain, let me do it. Like if you sit here thinking about doing something and I just tell you, oh, this ain't no money and this ain't no purpose even doing it, you might as well quit. You kind of like cut people's legs up under them before they even get started, because you already then planted that seed. Most content creators or most people that come up with just new ideas or ideas that they feel like can get refreshing a little bit. Most of them got a lot of self-doubt already. So if you help water that seed of them doubting themselves, they're gonna do it every time. So I do agree with what he's saying. It's like, it's so crazy how people can get mad at somebody like a Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, but you okay with watching Jocelyn on fucking Love and Hip Hop, and now watching her on the Zeus Network, and nobody never kind of complained about her. Even tying it back in, I meant to mention this when we played that clip of Sukihana. So she got shirts of her $45 must be like the go-to number. I'm never paying $45 for some of these bootleg ass designs, and it may just be because I've actually made clothes before. But Sukihana is selling her mugshot with different little slogans under it, like free the $1 million coochie or whatever. She got some different little slogans, but the t-shirt basically have a picture of her mugshot going for $45. I'm cool. I know it's people who will buy it because, I mean, it is a large audience of people who do support Sukihana. Let that junk load up. You see the